Man, we live and red. Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be here. Been going live every day. And before I get too started, let me make sure everything working. Let me make sure y'all can hear me. All right. So yeah, what I've been trying to do, man, is go live. Let me turn this up. Okay, so y'all can hear me. So yeah, what I've been trying to do is go live and get this channel where it needs to be and get this thing moving. And with y'all support, I know we can do it. But only with y'all support, man. And so far, people been watching. You know, that's all I can ask for. Just come through and check it out, you know. We had 50 views the first night, then 48, then 78, then 49. So, you know, hey man, shoot. I ain't greedy. I'm needy, but I ain't greedy. All right, so here we go. Let me get the first video. So this first video here, this is a story a young lady told me about. Um, live in a small town, you know, small country town. Well, you know, I guess all towns are small country towns, technically, right? So she stayed in a little small country town, and she would take the bus to and from work, but the bus only took her so far. So she had a nice little walk that she had to do on her own. And man, I'm gonna tell you, when you walking down them country roads, man, you don't know what's around the corner. You got animals to worry about. You got all. I'm talking about all kind of animals. Like depending on where you at, man, you got wild hogs, man. Like a boar. Like what's that hog? Like a dang a wild boar, man. Now I don't know if y'all ever seen what a wild boar look like, but a wild boar is the ugliest. I'm talking about this thing look terrible, man. It's one of the ugliest, most terrifying animals you can see. Let me pull one up just so y'all can see real quick. Look at what this thing looks like. This ain't the red. This ain't the okay. That's one that's real ugly. Look at this thing. Look at that thing, man. Can y'all see that? Y'all can see it. Y'all can see whatever I'm looking at. Let me make it big. Look at that thing right there, man. Now imagine you out going for a walk and you see that, man. If you seen that, you wouldn't know what you was looking at. You would just know for sure that you done ran across some kind of like demon, man. Cause I didn't know, like I knew about warthogs or whatever, but I didn't know how bad they looked at. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew they was, I just had no clue. Like, man, if you saw that thing, man, you don't know what you would be looking at out there. You would never, man, you would be trying to tell people for years. I seen a dog demon, man. Look at this thing. I seen a strong faced demon running around, man. It's a thing off Lion King, Timon and Pumbaa. I don't know which one is which, but that's what that is. Look at this thing, man. Man, you would never. Shh. Yeah, I couldn't imagine seeing something like that, man. That don't make no sense. And they vicious too, now. I don't know if they attack you on sight, like just for the fun of it. I don't know if they attack you like if they got their kids nearby. I don't know. I gotta look into it, but yeah, they fight. You see, like they kind of muscular, like they a pig, but they not like they like kind of stout with it. You know what I'm saying? Look how big and stupid looking that thing look. So yeah, man, you run into one of them, God dang, man, something at the window. Sound like I'm gonna have to let the window down. It sounds like a goddamn cicada trying to get in. Let me let this window down. This nigga hitting all up on the window. Shit. For he be to found his way in. A cicada get in here, and this house belonged to him. Right? Yeah, he hears wings flapping, man. Sound like a goddamn airplane out there. A helicopter going off. So let me Echoes, what's up, man? Latest channel member. Hey man, I want to appreciate Echoes and everybody else who been supporting. Echoes signed up for a membership, so they got he gonna be seeing the exclusive junk. And then the rest of y'all who I had some people give on the Cash App. I had some people give on PayPal. I had what else I had? I had some people give on Cash App and PayPal, man. So I appreciate y'all, man. For real, thank you, man. We're gonna get this page up and running because I believe. Oh man, they're gonna misunderstood. Dang, what's up, man? That's a special lady right there. That's a special lady right there. I know I gotta come with some creepy stuff because if she in the house, I'm gonna have to come on with some creepy stuff tonight. So look, I'm gonna show y'all this first story right here, man. So y'all sit back, relax, unwind, and relax your mind. Check this out. So a lot of times, folks that stay out in the little suburbs, it really don't be a lot of jobs out there. So they have to take the bus, to the city or whatever to, go make some money. Now, this is one city in particular down in the south. All the black folks stay in the like suburbs outside the city because it's cheaper. So they have to take the bus.
No buses, no peace. No buses, no peace. No buses, no peace.
Now, they had to have like a petition for like 3 years to get the mayor to finally push the city folks, the folks who really in power, to run a special bus line that'll pick them up.
Look now, let's just get these niggas they buses so they can go ahead and leave us alone. No, they ain't finna go to work anyway.
Now, there's one lady in particular. She was the last one to get off the bus every night. And then she would still have to push the
No buses, no peace.
Now, they had to have like a petition for like 3 years to get the mayor to finally push the city folks, the folks who really in power, to run a special bus line that'll pick them up.
Look now, let's just get these niggas they buses so they can go ahead and leave us alone. No, they ain't finna go to work anyway.
Now, there's one lady in particular. She was the last one to get off the bus every night. And then she would still have to walk a mile or so after she got up off the bus. Now, one night she walked past this old barn. And she walked past it every night. Every night she'll wonder, like, your mind just play little things and you just be thinking, but this night she actually heard something. And it sounded like something being dragged around on the ground inside the barn. Now she almost kept walking and thought it might be like an animal, like some squirrels or something. But then she heard like a man making like straining noises. So she stopped and hid behind a big tree and peeked out between some low-hanging branches. And she seen this big crazy looking man, and he dragging something in a big like tarp or like a big sack or something. Now the man stopped and looked around for a minute, and she realized he was holding a hammer or something like that up in, his hand or whatever. Now he was looking around like he heard something, and she felt like he looked right at her through the branches. So all of a sudden he dropped that sack that was like human size and walked over to her direction, breathing real heavy. So a lot of times folks that stay out in God dang, that junk creepy, man. Ooh, I forgot how creepy that story was. Ooh, wait. Man, look, I ain't trying to, like, I stay in the country, but I don't stay in the, like, the country, you know. I stay in the country, like, right outside the city country, suburb country. That other junk, man, it's too much for me. Because of that right there. Because if you're walking through the woods and you see somebody else walking through the woods, who to say which one of y'all like crazy? How do you know you ain't crazy? How you know he ain't crazy? You know what I'm saying? So that's like a real, to me, that's some serious stuff, man, because shoot, you know, you don't know what you, like, you know, I'm looking at him like, hey, you better not, I'll take you out. He looking at me like, shoot, I'll take you out, you know. So that's, you know, to me, man, then especially if you see a female in the woods. And one time I walked through the woods, there was a little cut, and as a kid, and it was a female, man, walking through the woods. And that junk was creepy, man, because, you know, females, you think like, you know, you just expect women to kind of like not do stuff that's dangerous to them. So when you see them do something dangerous, you be thinking like, yeah, dang, who this woman is, man? She must be crazy, or a ghost. So, you know, you must be seeing a goddamn ghost, man. All right, so I hope that y'all like that story. Yeah, man, I ain't taking, man. Look, if I gotta do all that to get to the job, I just ain't fixing to get to the job, man. That's just all it is to it, man. If I gotta go through all that, then it ain't meant for me. It sure ain't. And I appreciate y'all for the donations and stuff so far, man. Thank you. Y'all doing a great job, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. I got another story for you now. This one is about the 200-year-old witches. I told y'all a little bit about it the other day, but this story right here gonna go a little deeper into it.
This lady right here was given multiple life sentences because she was accused to be a witch along with many other women. The reason was because there was a powerful guy in town who, you know, wanted these women, but these women ain't want nan slice of him. So since they ain't want nan bit of him, he got mad and would turn around and put him in jail and frame him. And since, you know, back in them days, man, if you had power, you could do whatever you want as long as you had enough money. So, you know, you got these women locked up, but they turned around and was accusing the women of witchcraft too. So on top of that, you know, they was getting really mistreated because you know how folks was. People was real religious at this time because, you know, they had just got up out the Civil War and they thought the world was coming to an end, so everybody was religious. So now, stuff started happening in the jail, stuff started happening in the prison. Wherever they took these women at, it just seemed like the people in power, the people, the guards and all them people, the secretaries, just everybody who worked up in this crooked system, is just something was happening to them. You know, they disappearing, their family members was coming up missing. They was just, you know, even stuff like flat tires on their car, you know, engines blown out, you know, trees falling on their houses, all kinds of different stuff was happening. And they blamed it on because the women was using their witchcraft on them. So they tied them down and chained them down and kept them under lock and key. They barely fed them, you know, they didn't barely gave them anything to drink. They didn't give them medical attention, and these women was getting older and older as the years went. And finally, the kind of like the curse seemed to like kind of lift off as the women was leaving up out of here. But it was one of them who just wouldn't go. It's like she went into almost like a, you know how like the monks get to meditating and go so deep into meditation that they become like a piece of stone or whatever. It was like she did that and just put herself like in some kind of coma, it seemed like, or something. So they still kept her on the chain, and they stopped feeding her. They giving her something to drink, but they said when they take her vitals, though, she was still living. And this went on for years and years and years. And she lived long enough to outlive everybody in that town. And that town is now just like a ghost town with, nothing in it. Even every time they tried to build something, it never grew to anything. And they say even to this day, if you go by that old jail, she's still up in that mud. She's still in chains, still in the bed, still in that like coma. This lady right here.
All right, so what y'all think about that, man? It's a lady out there somewhere just locked up in the bottom of a prison or something somewhere, chained up, still alive, still breathing. It's a lot of crazy junk out there, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. There's some stuff out there. Cause see, a lot of times, man, with these small towns, man, like if you ever drive trucks, you realize just how big America is. There's so much space, land, territory, miles and miles and miles, hundreds and thousands of miles, bro. Like it is so much out here. Like you would never. It's just it's so much out here. So when you going all across America, you got the main highways, but you got some state roads that take you through so many times. Like, look, I'm gonna show you something. Just to put it in perspective, man, because I never really see nobody talk about this. And, maybe, of course, it might just be because I don't be in the right circles, man, because usually all my time online is looking at basketball stuff or something. Sports, basketball, boxing, the UFC, whatever. I'm a big sports fanatic, so most of the time I'm watching some sports type stuff. Okay, so look, let me use Google Map. Where is it at? So, all right, so like, look. So if you in Atlanta, let's say you in Atlanta. Now let's use Alabama. So Alabama got this main I-20 coming through here, and it turned to 459, and then you got I-22 going up to one corner. Then you got 65. Then you got what's this 59? Okay, 65 going on down, 20 going on that way. 85 coming from Atlanta, coming on down through here. So look at that's just the main highways right here, right? This the whole. So like, look at I got Alabama here, Mississippi here, and Arkansas. You got Louisiana down here. So you got these main highways going down there. You got main highway coming through here. You got 10 going down through the bottom. You got 20 going across. But look in the distance between 10 and 20. Look how many different little towns you got. Look at all these different towns, man. Look, Davis Island, Louisville, Lake Bruin, St. Joseph, Gilbert, Wisner. And, the more you go in, like, look how many different towns you got. Extension, Enterprise, Rosefield, Aimwell, Somerville. You see how look how many different towns be it, and that's stuff that people might not really ever really pay attention to. But it's a lot out there. Let me see what y'all saying on the chat. She probably thinking about one day. She said that lady probably thinking about one day when she'll be free. Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure that she must be waiting on something. I don't know what exactly it is, but yeah, she waiting on something. So like, if you got Mobile, Alabama, and you got Biloxi, Mississippi. So between Mobile and Biloxi, you got Biloxi, Gulf Estates, and look, Van Clear, Ectapawa, Helena, Orange Grove. And these along the highway. Now, when you get off the highway, look at these little towns right here. Hurley, Wade. Bro, look how much. It's just so much. Scenic Hill, Rough Hill, Gun Lake. So, there are so many secrets out there, man. There are so many towns, so many secrets, so many events that can happen that folks will just never know about, man. It is the amount of stuff out there that has happened, is happening. It is really just truly mind blowing, man. Because we just don't, you got to think a lot of these people they not even putting this stuff out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people ain't even putting this stuff out. So you got a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even thinking about. They ain't even. You got people ain't even thinking about nothing past their hometown. He's from Marlin, Texas. We surrounded by small towns. So yeah, you got man. Texas so big. It take a whole day just to drive through Texas. Like it take if you going from the East Coast to the West Coast and you cutting through Texas, it's gonna take you a whole day just for Texas alone. That's how big Texas is, man. She said Mobile. Mobile is pronounced Mobile. What I say that? You know what? That's crazy that I forgot you from down there. Oh, forgot you from down there. Ain't that something? That's my mind. Like remembered you. My mind just drew towards remembering that you from down there in Mobile. I can't never remember if it's Mobile or Mobile, but okay, I'm going with Mobile now. So is Mobile the correct? Which one correct though? But man, look, what the people say is correct. All right. So if the people say Mobile, then Mobile is correct. Y'all gotta excuse me for not having a camera, man. Something wrong with my webcam. Yeah, Texas is its own little country. The places in America that's its own place. Is Texas is its own place, and in Florida, they be talking about how I don't know. When I do truck driving, I don't go to Florida a lot. To me, Florida just seemed chill, man. So, and I guess it's because I ain't never really been to the hood parts of Florida. So to me, Texas seemed chill, man. Like I don't get the whole Florida crazy vibe, but I guess it's just because of where I've been in Florida. So, but Yeah, Texas is its own place, but New York is its own. New York is its own. Like New York is its own continent, man. Like New York on some whole different kind of stuff, man. New York ain't even like you in America. It's like you in some kind of freaking movie. It's like you're in a movie in New York, man. That's a completely different world. Yeah, that's a completely different world through there, boy. Now I got a little story. Y'all want something? Let's see. I'm gonna give you something. Since we're working our way that way, I did Paul Bear the other day. I did beat him down Brown. Let's do No Limit Bennett, man. It's a good story. Y'all gonna like this one. Hood Vigilante.
Now, sitting up here on this big pile of white powder, y'all know what that is. This is an old man named No Limit Bennett. Now, No Limit Bennett came from World War II. He was a veteran. And when he got back to the hood, he was just ashamed to see where the hood was going. After years of serving and coming back thinking everything gonna be straight, he just seen that all his friends and stuff that didn't go to the service was turning around selling and dealing and taking drugs. So he did his best he could, try to work through the politicians, work through the system and everything, to try to make some changes, man, get the community involved. But every time he'd get something going, he'd get a little thing together, a little block party or something, and always, a fight would break out or something worse would break out and somebody end up getting hurt and everything always went sideways. He'd try to, have little youth groups and do stuff for the kids and all that, but he couldn't compete with the kids looking at them flashy gangster boys doing all that street stuff. They always went that way. Now at this time, a certain group that worked for America was putting this stuff in the streets, and it's documented. Like, that's proof, that's facts. That ain't no conspiracy. That's fact. So it was piles of it. I'm talking about piles way up to the ceiling up in the warehouses and junk. And they just come scoop some up in a bag or a bucket of them, carry it on out like that. So he followed them boys. He watched them real close. He followed their trucks. And he finally found out where their main stash was. And when he found out, he took a little second to sit on it and just think about, where it was at. And he heard this thing that people say, like they said before they get off the stuff, they have to do a last hurrah or whatever, that last little trip before they leave it alone. So he said, I'm gonna send all y'all on the last hurrah. So he took a match and some gas and he set that junk on fire. And of course he put a mask on so he wouldn't get himself, under the influence. But he made sure that everybody got their last little puff before it was all gone. And after this, he didn't know that these boys was getting this stuff from that agency that worked for America. So the trouble he got himself into, man, it was deep.
OG triple OG. OG triple triple. Ah, man. Okay, imagine like we got a new world coming up. What do you think the old people are gonna be like from our generation, man? Like us now, what are we gonna be like when we get old? Is we gonna be like, just that kind of, what do you think about it, man? Kind of crazy, right? You gotta be like, cause I be thinking about that, man. Like, do we have a problem with kids opening up refrigerators? We was little, we couldn't open up the refrigerator, man. Couldn't open the refrigerator. You had to hear something if you had to get attacked if you open the refrigerator up. Just little stuff like that, right? My daughter, man, she popping open the fridge like she, put food in it. It's a whole different vibe, man. Shoot. This junk different, man. So, I be wondering, I just be wondering, I be wondering, man, like, what is, just what we gonna be like when we get old? And if you're already old, what are you like? Is you like Do you hold your kids and grandkids or nephews, nieces? Do you hold them to the standards that you was here to be held to, or did you kind of let that stuff go? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I always be wondering. But anyway, yeah, that's No Limit Bennett, man. He was he got tired of it, man. He got tired of them selling that stuff in his place, man. Echo say Texas got some crazy parts down here in Jacksonville, Florida seems pretty okay, but have been told some crazy stuff. Excuse me. Yeah, Jacksonville. A lot of creepy stuff going down there in Jacksonville. And then in Florida where you got the swamps, man. Anywhere where you got the swamps, it's like their own it's like they got their own rules. So, any place they got swamps and all that stuff, they got their own stuff going on, man. They don't follow the rules that everybody else should do. Like even police know, like a lot of times criminals, man, they would run and go down there and hide in the swamp. But see what they didn't know, they knew the police would let them go, and the police weren't gonna go down, and but they didn't know that the people of the swamp don't want you bringing no trouble down to their swamp either. So you had to pick your poison, man. Either you gonna deal with the police or the swamp people, you know. And you would much rather deal with the police because the police at least will let you out sooner or later. Them swamp people, if they get you, you ain't getting let out. Not the way you came in. Your spirit gonna be gone. Your body will be there, but the spirit will be gone, man. There'll be no spirit left up in you. Speaking of the swamp, man, I want to let y'all hear one of the swamp stories. Good old swamp story. Like the here you go.
So this is the Swamp Man. So now Swamp Man is down there in Louisiana. Now down there they got these swamps. Now when you ride sometime on certain roads, especially when you get off the main interstate, you'll see the swamps. And the swamps, it won't be nothing for a goddamn gator or something to come out there and you beat and run at that mug over. Now if you ever stop your car at night when you ride through these swamps, you might just come across the Swamp Man. Now the Swamp Man, he gonna look like an old man, an old lady or something, and they just gonna be, just kind of easing on down the way and stuff, but they gonna be covered in mud. They gonna be dressed in their Sunday's best though. They gonna have their suit on and they gonna have their, hat and all that on. They gonna be looking good, but you gonna see them, and when you see them,
the Swamp Man will ask you for help. If you help him, he will drag you into the swamp. Don't drive at night if you don't know where you're going.
So this is
Yeah, man. Misunderstood say swamp throughout. Yeah, all the states in the Gulf, yeah, swamp down there. She said she getting she getting she's something else, man. That kid is my daddy. She is her daddy's child, man. That's all I can say. She got fire, desire, and it can't be put out. It can't be dimmed. It can't be slowed down. That girl, man, she is a psychopath, man. And I don't mean in a bad way. Like I mean that like when she get a mindset, she gonna go after it. And her creativity, man, is just out of this world. So I'm trying to harness that and be a good parent and harness it, man. So it's hard when you got to go work long hours, and then you come home and you gotta try to I can, man. This when you. I guess if you make enough money on your job, you can just come home and just be with the family. You ain't gotta do nothing extra. But when you don't make enough money on your job, you gotta come home and do your content creation or do some Uber. It's different, man. So it's hard to put in that family time when you got to do that extra stuff. So if you're able to come home and just unwind and you ain't got to be trying to say, oh, I'm going to try to do something to make some extra money, then, you should probably be happy, be appreciative. But yeah, that's the swamp people. So what messes you up with the swamp people is, and there go Echoes just said it. Said ain't stopping at night. Been taught that a long time ago. You get gone to where you going at night. You get on gone to where you're going at night. Amen. Yeah, when you out there at night, especially now. See, if you on the main interstates, you straight. If you're on the main interstates, but when you get off up on these side roads, when you get off on these little state highways, that's where you get in trouble at. So I remember one night, man. Man, I think it was Mississippi, and I had to cut across Mississippi, and I don't know if I could have took the highway and I just wasn't watching the GPS. I don't know, but I messed around and got on this state road, man. And I'm finna kind of blur a couple of things, but that's why I don't believe people went to the moon. And I'm trying to think. I just can't say that and leave that there. I'm gonna have to talk about that. I don't believe folk went to the moon because do you know how terrifying it is to drive on a state highway at 3 or 4 o'clock, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning? Matter of fact, it's scary. It's like around. See, when you're in a little small town, they shut it down around 8. All right, at 8, everything closed except for a gas station, and if they got a McDonald's or something, it might still be open. But once it get by 10, that McDonald's closed, and once it get 12, shoot, the gas station's closed unless it's a truck stop. If it's a truck stop, it might still be open, but if it ain't a truck stop, it's closed. That's where them small towns is. So when you come through there around 1, 2, it's everybody laid down. Now, if you're around 4, 5, 6, people starting to get up, go to work, so you might see a couple cars. But around 1, 2, 3, you ain't seeing nobody. Plus, they superstitious too in a lot of places, so they ain't coming out that time of night anyway. So you passing through the small towns, man, you don't see. I'm talking about it. You don't see nobody. All the houses dark. It's just a whole nother world out there, man. So, and then a lot of times on them state roads, you got trees on each side of the road, big tall trees, so tall you can't see the sky, no street lights, and then so you don't know if a deer finna run out in the road, god dang bear, whatever, man. You gotta watch for that, and then you got they single lanes, so it's a single lane highway. So the oncoming cars and whatever cars you do see, y'all sharing it. It's a single lane. It ain't no divider in the middle of the road. So somebody can come over there and hit you. You know what I'm saying? They can just come on, merge on over and smack right into you. And don't let no truck driver get behind you, boy. Because me, I drive speed limit because I ain't trying to get stopped by no cop out there in the middle of nowhere. I just ain't trying to take the risk. You know what I'm saying? You get in these little small towns, you don't know who this cop is, and you come speeding through his town, you might be cruising for a bruising, man. So I take my time. If you get some 18-wheeler driver behind you, and that stuff, I don't know, stuff used to be different, but truck drivers now, they drive like they have no fear. Truck drivers now be pedal to the metal. And I'm like, man, I'm coming through Mississippi, man. It's a truck driver. He basically in the van with me. He's so close. And he got his lights on, blinding me from behind. And it's dark. I'm scared to death. And he all over. And it ain't nowhere for me to pull over and let him go past me. And then, even if I wanted to, he's so close, I can't slow down enough to let him go past. And man, that's why I believe ain't nobody went to the moon, because it is so all right, just imagine this, man. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. If you own a spaceship, and this back in the 60s, they putting you on a spaceship. This is a time where, like now, we got stealth bombers, we got all kind of crazy. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me look at something real quick. Let me look at something real quick. What year was the space launch? I didn't mean to say that. So, what year did we go to the moon? 1969. Okay. What kind of aircraft was the Air Force using in 1969? Okay, so they had fighter. Okay, let me ask this: when did fighter jets first come out? Not that kind. That's the kind with the propeller. When did fighter jets come out without the propeller? Uh, uh, when did Air Force have it? Okay, when they stopped using the propeller planes? The Korean War. When was the Korean War? So 1950. So let's say in 1950s, that's when they stopped using the propeller planes. Okay, so we had just gotten this propeller tech and no propeller. Think about this. We went from propeller planes, that's the planes with the fans on them, to jet planes in the early 50s. Then from the early 50s, when we just got to the jet engine, we was at a spaceship less than 15 years later. We had a spaceship, and not just a spaceship leaving off the earth, but a spaceship that's getting off the earth and getting to the moon. Now, how would they know that the spaceship was capable of doing it? Like, how do they know it's not something in space that's going to mess with or interfere with what they got going on? Because there's a radiation field that comes up off the earth. How do they know that's not going to interfere with that stuff? How do they know the rays from the sun, when you get out the atmosphere, ain't super killer hot something? How do they know? Just how to. Then you check this out. Then they say that the universe is constantly moving. So the sun is moving at a gazillion miles an hour or whatever, and the earth is following the sun at a gazillion miles an hour, and the moon is following the earth at a gazillion miles an hour. So all these entities is floating through space at this crazy speed. How fast is Earth and the sun and everything else floating through space? So they say the sun, the solar system appears to be moving at 448,000 miles per hour, 200 kilometers per second. A kilometer is how many miles is 200 kilometers? So the sun and earth and all this stuff is moving through space supposedly at 124 miles per second. And they was able to calculate how we can launch this thing from the earth and go up into the space and then hit the moon that's moving at 124 miles per second and reach the moon. Then land on the moon without tearing your ship up, and then have enough gas to launch from the moon again and steer your way back to the earth that's moving through space at 124 miles per second. And we just got off the propeller plane 15 years early. Come on, man.
Daddy, look.
Oh, man. Let me see.
Oh, I kind of put water on the top on the plate, and I don't know is it gonna grow.
It probably won't grow, but
Why?
I don't know, Nation. This is like a.
Alright, y'all want to be.
I don't know if this can. Yeah. It's kind of. Well, for a plant to grow, you got to have like a long stem that's going to go all the way into the ground. And I don't think that's long enough. You know what I'm saying? You probably need it to be longer. And you need a seed. I don't know if this might be a seed. I don't know.
Well, we said this thing is gonna grow into a beautiful flower.
Yeah, it might, but you ain't got enough. I don't know if you got enough stem. So
We can fill it back up.
if you leave it like this, it might do something.
Probably I could fit it somewhere up here.
Yeah, you can try and see, but
Okay.
yeah, take it with you.
No, leave it there. I'm gonna stay in here. I want to though.
Leave it there. I'm gonna stay in here. I want to. Yeah, then like misunderstood say you got asteroids out there.
No, I should do some workouts.
No, don't work out. Nation, is this a new thing of water?
Mhm.
Look, man, you don't use up our water for come here, You don't use up our water for stuff like this. You go get water out the sink. Do you understand me?
Mhm.
Don't waste no water bottles. This stuff costs money. Go put that back. All right. Yeah. So yeah, how they know they weren't gonna get hit by an asteroid? There's so much stuff going on. It's how could you make those calculations? How do you talk somebody into even trying it? With somebody, bro, think about. Do you, in my opinion, man, if you go into outer space and you go all the way up where you don't see nothing but black, you thousands of miles from you so far from the nearest person, bro, like, and then if you look out that window
I just need the plant.
and you see all black everywhere, and then you see the earth, you finna go crazy. Yeah, you about to go crazy. I don't care what nobody say. You going crazy. You can't go up in no ship and look down at the earth and say, hey, there goes the earth. You gonna go nuts. I don't care what nobody say. You gonna lose your mind. It's too much for a human that's just too much to look at. I'm gonna tell you how I know that. I know because, like, let me tell you something that blow my mind, man. Freaking container ships. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on, let me pull it up. Container. That ain't what I'm looking at. Container. Anyway, what is them big ships called? They like carry the. Look at this, man. Do you know how terrifying? Like, look at this boat, man. Look how big this freaking boat is, man. Look at that. Look at this little old boat next to that boat.
I put some water here. I mean, water from the kitchen.
Look how big this thing is. You know, like what these is on the back of here, right? This is the things that be on the back of like trucks or trains. So you know how big those
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm on YouTube.
What? I didn't know this.
So this is the thing that be on the back of trains. So look how freaking small they look. Look at that big this boat is. Just standing next to that is enough to just standing up to that is enough to kind of just blow your mind, man. See how big these boats is, Nation?
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me you gonna go up in a ship and look down at the earth. Nah, man, you'll go crazy. All right, look, you're going to waste that on my computer or on my phone. Get back, Nation. No, not right now. That's how my keyboard got messed up.
Daddy, but I don't see your keyboard.
Yeah, because you messed it up when you wasted that juice in it that day. So move back.
But how am I going to spit everything? This is a mess.
You're not listening.
Right here.
You're not listening. See, look how you just knocked that over. You're going to knock the water over next.
Daddy, there's nothing in here.
So Echo says crazy how they know more about up there than what they know about under us in the ground and oceans. You know what, Echoes? I don't think they know as much about space. I think they have theories.
Yeah, they do.
I think they have theories of what, and that's all it is. Because like a black hole is a theory that they had.
Yeah,
made by Einstein or whoever, man. It's just a theory. It's not proven, and they want to act like it's proven, man. But that junk ain't proven. You know the way they determine this, bro. Look, check this out. We know how they say they found planets outside of our solar system. Do you know how they find planets that's super far away? They say that they look at a star, and when they see a dim spot on the star, they say that that's a planet passing that star. So if they're looking through a telescope at a star and they see a little spot go by, they say that that's a planet going by that star. How do they know if it go dim 3 times? How you know it ain't the same planet? How do you know it ain't one planet and then it ain't 2 planets and one loop it twice? Like, it's just crazy. It's the craziest, stupidest thing ever. And then you got to be watching it because planets don't circle around the sun in hours. It take months or years. Like, Earth might circle in a year, and Saturn and stuff might be like, I think it takes Saturn like 7 years or something to circle the sun. How long does it take Saturn to circle the sun? It takes Saturn 29 years to circle the sun. How long it take Jupiter to circle the sun? It takes Jupiter 12 years. So that means that what's the odds that they're going to be watching this star the moment that it passes by another planet passes by it? They would have to be watching this things. They would have to be watching each star 24/7. And how you gonna watch the star 24/7 if that star is moving through its solar system while the Earth is moving in our solar system? Man, don't get me to cooking, boy. Don't get me to cooking. Hey, man, if I'm lying, somebody tell me I'm off. If I'm off, just tell me I'm off. If I don't know what I'm talking about, tell me. Yeah, just say, "Hood, you tripping?" I ain't mad at you. Just say hood you tripping. And we'll, and I'll leave it at I'm tripping. But if you know I'm speaking facts, then there ain't no way that you finna go up in outer space and look down at the earth. Let me see. Look, there ain't no way.
The earth is a part of the sun. The sun is a part of the moon. The moon is a part of the Uranus of Jupiter. Jupiter part of sun. Sun is
space.
Of nothing.
Look at you can't even find no real picture.
Of zero.
Look at all these AI pictures.
Anything is part of.
Look at all these fake pictures. Why can't you, Nation, be quiet, man? I told you I'm live. Be respectful. So is this okay? This look like it look like this might be a, because I see something here look like it might be part of the space station, right? All right, so look at this, man. You think you finna go up in the sky and look down at that? That we got sucked into a black hole, we wouldn't even notice because it would happen too fast. Yeah, we got sucked into a black hole, man. Like, come on, man. Then in a black hole is supposed to be 4D. And you know what the fourth dimension is. So the fourth dimension is like if I'm standing on one side of the wall and you standing on, she said it would be an interesting conversation to have further facts. And he said, I mean, we wouldn't know it. Yeah, man, I do have some. I got a couple of little things, man. I might talk about that tomorrow. They go Psychosis. Psychosis know about this stuff, man. He know the moon landed and all that junk fake. So, and thank y'all for the donations again, man. Appreciate you. I love the support, man. Thank you for the ones who hit the like. Thank you for the ones who just watch and view and comment. Thank you.
Thank you for everything for Daddy.
So, what was I finna say? So, dang, I forgot what I was saying.
Oh my gosh.
What was I saying?
I remember when I was on my tablet, saw one of your videos and you told me to subscribe.
Oh yeah.
On my tablet, yeah. I didn't know your screen can pop up.
Yeah, what up, Psycho?
I can subscribe. I subscribe to your channel too.
Thank you.
You only subscribed one time though.
So, yeah, man. I was talking about space and something. I forgot the last thing I said. But yeah, man, ain't nobody going up in space and looking down at the Earth. You'll blow your mind, man. You'll pass out, boy. You'll go nuts, man. So, let's see. I got a UFO video for y'all. Which one? And I heard one about the people who got abducted. Which one is the one that is this?
Drama is the stuff bomb.
No, this ain't the one. I'm trying to find the one about the abductions. Gotta be this one.
Nobody will put, hey, I see they're not gonna also you was coming up. People love
it either. Man, where's the dang video about the abductions at? I ain't even able to find that junk rabbit. I must have called it something else. What I renamed that video? Oh yeah, I was talking about the fourth dimension. Thank you for reminding me, misunderstood. She said, "What they don't tell us, we already inside the black hole." Yeah. So, what the fourth dimension is like? So, if I'm on one side of the wall and you on the other side, I'm able to see you on the other side of the wall, and I'm able to see me on the other side of the wall. So I'm able to see everything I can see on my side of the wall, plus your side of the wall. That's the fourth dimension. So you see, that's some whole other crazy stuff. That's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level.
That's a walkie-talkie.
So look, I got another video for y'all.
Hello, friends. Can you hear me? Hello, friends. Can you hear me? Over. I got walkie-talkie.
Alright, I got something for y'all. Let's look at
Yep.
y'all like this one. Well, no, I ain't gonna play that one yet. I'm gonna say that one.
Thank you for
I'm gonna say that one. I'm gonna say that one. Y'all wanna see look, here goes something from the old days. Let me know what y'all think about this one.
So back in the 20s and 30s, they was over there in Egypt, digging and looking for stuff and all that junk, right? And they messed around and came across these like drawings and hieroglyphs, whatever you want to call them, that showed like modern day stuff. Like it showed tanks, like modern at that time, back in, they showed tanks, cause they had tanks and junk in World War One. It showed tanks, it showed like assault rifles and big rifle guns and stuff like that. I ain't talking about no bow and arrow, ain't talking about no sword and shield. These pictures here showed all types of stuff that was like alien technology, like, or advanced technology, either way you want to look at it. Now, they say that they had a lot of this stuff, and when white folk came, and I ain't trying to beat up on the white folk, that's just who came. But when they came and when they conquered a lot of people, the people didn't share with them their technology. They was like, you can beat us up, you can kill us, you do whatever you want, but we ain't finna give you this technology, so cause we already see what you doing now with what you got. So if we give you this whole, we know you gonna take over every goddamn thing. So if you're looking at the drawings, you see that they ain't like, usually when you look at everything on here, it look like a blueprint. It look like a schematic or something. Everything is like square and digital looking. It don't look like how you usually see, hieroglyphs or whatever, man. All this stuff look like this. It look like something that if you take away the rock and put it on that blue paper like they had, like the engineers had, it'll look like plans to build, some modern military weaponry or something, man. So a lot of stuff they already had. They had over time, man. All these years they had the stuff. The only thing is, a lot of stuff didn't get shared because when folk got conquered, they wasn't finna share that. They just wasn't finna share that knowledge. They were gonna fight to the end.
A lot of technology that we have now, they had, man. They already had. Psycho said, I know all about higher dimensions. Well, go ahead and give us a little spiel, Psycho. He said, do you think we're in a simulation? No, I don't think we're in a simulation. Because, yeah, I don't think we're in a simulation. That's too, that's too far-fetched. Like, I think that's, you know what, though? I've never looked into that, though. I'll watch a video or two on it just to see what the thought process behind it is. But nah, I don't. Because, so if we was in a simulation, how do we explain touch and feel and taste and stuff? Is that, I'm guessing that if we was in a simulation, the AI would have to be crazy smart, but could AI ever get so smart to where we feel? So that would mean that the senses we feel is nothing compared to the senses that whoever simulating us feel, right? Because we can make a robot, and a robot can have some idea of touch and stuff, but whatever a robot has for touch is nothing near what we got for touch. So that would be a heck of a simulation for us to get, the what's the word for the sensations that we have. For something to be able to give us these sensations, then the sensations that he got is, ooh, we make you melt like butter. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I would have to look into that. Become everything is possible. We could become everything. We could become everything is possible. We could become everything is possible, especially for those who believe in religion. Yeah, I believe in Jesus. But if you believe in Jesus, how could you believe you're in a simulation? I don't think you can have it both ways, right? Just like if you believe in God, can you really believe in aliens? Because if you believe in God, then you almost can't believe in you could, because everything is possible, especially for those who believe in religion. She said, I mean, because, okay. But yeah, if you believe in God, then you kind of, just certain things you kind of don't believe in, because you can't really have it both ways. So when people, if you look at some of these AI videos, yeah, AI videos is crazy. But if you believe in God, you believe when people pass on that they go to either they go to the Hadean world, and the Hadean world has a heaven, a paradise side, and a hell side, like a fire's hell side. So you can't sound like so you can't have it both ways. You can't have ghosts, but then people go to the waiting room. You just can't have it both ways. But yeah, you by yourself on that one, Miss Understood. She said, believing in religion sounds like a simulation. Yeah, you by yourself on that one, man. If that's a simulation, that's what I'm cool with. Cause yeah, that's what I'm cool with. Yeah, I know God be blessing me, man. He be looking out for me. Young black man out here doing his thing with a small support system. So I know he be looking out for me, man. Me and my household. I can't speak on other folk in their household, but I know he look out for me and mine. So I got something I'm gonna let y'all see. Y'all check this out, and let me know what y'all think about this.
All right, so somebody gotta tell me, what is this made for? Like, you got this passageway here. This ain't for no car. All right, it ain't for no car. So it gotta be for some kind of like plane or something, right? But then, what kind of plane can you just drive and land up in somewhere like that? That gotta be some real intelligent planetry to get up through there. This big old crack up in the ground, man. This junk like miles and miles long. Boy, ain't no way I could stand next to that. Boy, I'd be so goddamn scared that the ground finna just open up and swallow me whole. And then, man, you know about that feeling you get when you're standing next to something like this? That feeling like, ooh, what if I just jump in? It's like you can't help it. They call it the call of the void, man. It's like your mind just can't help but thinking, like, what if I jumped? Now there's some kind of like city that they found, and they trying to figure it out, because it's like they say it look almost like it's supposed to generate power or something, man. Because they say electricity wasn't just no thing that we discovered with Edison and all that junk. They saying they been here electricity, man. It just got lost because countries come in and test stuff up, and once they had them big battles and all that, their technology get destroyed. Matter of fact, that's why they hid the battles, because them folk over there in the dark and junk, and they're like, man, them Negroes over there got electricity, man. Let's go over there and invade that junk. All right, so somebody gotta tell me, what is this made?
So a lot of technology. This is what I believe. I believe a lot of technology was lost in history by people being conquered. Like I believe, like let's say you had a group of people. Like a lot of people say that the Egyptians had electricity. You know, they say they had straight up electricity, right? So as the Egyptians, because this how stuff usually go. So you got the leader, and the leader he start feeling himself, or he come from a long line of people, because you know the Egyptians was doing that. They was keeping it in the family so they could keep the bloodline or whatever, man. So you got people watching them thinking, man, these folk thinking they all special. And then another thing on that, Pharaoh was real weak, man, because all that inbreeding, man, had Pharaoh jacked up, bro, over the years. So you know, people sitting back and they watch it, man. They like, look at this man, he's sick, stinking and ugly. And, you know, they supposed to be following this guy, man. They think they special. You know, we gotta push him around, carry him around. You know, it's all it takes. You get a little group, and then they playing for the overthrow. So now when they playing for the overthrow, that divide all the people right there. Now you got the people fighting each other. People fighting each other. Here come one group that made a deal with the outside group, with a whole nother nation. He done told them where the weak spot at. Yeah, you can come and invade the city right here. Then they come and invade the city. They starve y'all. See, back then, they ain't have food and stuff like we had. So back then, if you surrounded the city and you can starve them out. You know, so you surround the main city, don't let no food in and out. Shit, you know, after a couple months, you got them. It's over. You won. So they go and conquer these people, and when they conquer the people, you know, when people conquering you, man, they could be so evil and stupid. They ain't even thinking about trying to preserve the stuff that they learned from you. You know what I'm saying? So if they come and conquer you, they ain't even realizing and thinking about, man, we need to try to save this electricity thing. You know, they, especially at this time, if anything, they looking at you like you some kind of evil freaking demon that need to be stopped because you didn't mastered the power of thunderstorms at your fingertips, man. You know, so and you know you got a good loyal soldier. He not finna share how he did that stuff with them, and it's just gonna get lost. Either he gonna get took out, so it never get passed on, or you know they in captivity, so they never able to do it again. So yeah, man, you know stuff get lost. It's a lot of stuff that they got lost because of warring wars and different battles where things have either been destroyed or the keeper of the secrets have been took out. So it's just something to think about, man. Just something to think about. Shoot. I hate to be yawning, man, but I be working all day, man. Then I try to come on, jump on this live, so I ain't got no whole lot of energy. But I try to at least give y'all an hour. We had an hour and 13 minutes. I appreciate y'all that's came through and stopped through and hung out with me for a little bit. So the lives have been, they've been doing good, man. You know, I don't never get as many views as I think I deserve, but it's what I think I deserve. So of course it's gonna be high. But we started on the 23rd. I did 2 streams on the 23rd, on the 24th, and the 25th, and that's the 26th. Streamed again, and I'm gonna keep it going, man, because I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and I know that I know I can do this thing, man. I know I can do it. So I appreciate y'all for believing in me, holding me up, man. Encouraging words, encouraging with donations, with just watching. I appreciate all that, man. So thank y'all. Love y'all. God bless. And Misunderstood say it was fun. So please be back. I might do something in the morning. Yeah, I might do something tomorrow morning and then again tomorrow night. So, y'all just stick through. I mean, just stick with me. And just turn your notification bell on. And Kurt say there's the mass extinction theory that explains the loss of these major technology. Hard to prove and provide evidence though. So you know what, I'm gonna look into that because I might be able to, because I do want to look more into this theory, man. Because I believe the evidence is there. Oh, look at that, Misunderstood just became a member. So Misunderstood and Curse is my last two members, man. Ain't that something? Y'all is just ain't that something, boy. Oh man. All right, well throw your what's it called when you request? Throw your request in. Throw your request in, Echoes. And Misunderstood. Throw in your request, and I got you. Go on, type it up real quick. I ain't gonna leave till y'all say something. Echoes, I think you said you wanted to hear more about the knights, right? The black women who was knights with Queen Elizabeth. So I could touch on that a little bit more. All right, Misunderstood said she ain't got one tonight. Maybe next time. That's fine. I'll wait till next time. I'll wait till next time. Mm-hmm. And I know Echoes want to hear about the Knights. Misunderstood. I'm gonna show you this story. You might like it. Check this out. Oh shoot! Hold on. I'll stop sharing the page. Let me get the page sharing back up. Uh,
Queen Elizabeth I was known as the V-Card Queen because she said she pledged her body to England. And because of this, she didn't like to have menses around her on a consistent basis, so she kept women around her. Now, also, if you're the queen, folks coming for your life, so the folks who around you got to be ready for whatever. Now, she couldn't find women committed enough to dedicate their lives to her without at some point becoming distracted by the men or the want for children or something like that. Until one day, a group of female assassins from Africa was brought to her and suggested that she consider making them her closest servants. Now, the women were knighted and fought for the queen until she passed at the age of 69. Like, these were some bad women, man. They ran the military things, and whenever there was invasions and all that, man, like, they was front line, man. And the women, after Elizabeth passed at 69, the women spent the rest of their lives guarding the queen's grave. Queen Elizabeth I was not.
them some rough sisters right there, boy. That's some rough sisters right there, man. That girl don't play no game. No games at all, boy. You in for with a whooping of your life. Messing around with them. So yeah, I'll do something. I'll do something on them, and I'll put it on. I'll give you something. I'll give you something on them. Yeah, them are some rough chicks right there. I'm gonna tell y'all about some of the stories from what they did on the battlefield. So I'll go into that a little bit, man. I think y'all will like that. It's nice and twisted, you know. I know y'all like the twisted stuff sometimes. Not nothing too crazy, but it's rough. It's rough. They didn't play. They did not play at all. So love y'all. Thank y'all. Thank you for the donations. Thank you for the new channel members. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the viewers. Thank you for taking the time out to listen to a Negro like me, right?